Members of Parliament drawn from the Energy Committee are now rooting for the adoption of nuclear power in a bid to stabilize power supply in the country. Well, the members cited nuclear energy as one of the sure options for Kenya, which is looking to industrialize by 2030. This new stance by Parliament comes on the back of fears and uncertainties surrounding the safety and affordability of nuclear energy. Here's more. As Kenya took part in this year's 10th Atom Expo held in Sochi, Russia, the push towards adoption of nuclear power took center stage as African countries were wooed to explore options to enhance power supply via nuclear technology.
I've been educated on nuclear issues. The myth that we had that when you talk of nuclear, you're talking of something that is explosive, something that can bring maybe calamity in our country. I think that one has been now removed. We have seen nuclear energy is one of the safest source of energy, and it is something that is available. When it is available, it is there, both the capacity and also the intensity and also that continuity.
What we have, like solar, is non-base load. Wind is non-base load. So we need consistent supply of electricity that can turn Kenya into one of the big powerhouses in manufacturing in East Africa.
The expo featured multinational vendors of nuclear technology, such as Russian State Atomic Energy Corporation, Rosatom, and the China National Nuclear Corporation. These gave delegates a first-hand glimpse of available nuclear technologies in the market.
I can say we are really now ready for it. When we go back, I think we can come up with legal structures that will govern this issue.
And this we can only do if we do a nuclear power plant. We'll probably have one plant that can generate 4,000 megawatts. With the current power that we expect by next year, 3,600, we'll have 7,600 megawatts of electricity. The benefit we have, even if it's capital intensive, we are going to sell power to the neighboring countries. Kenya has always led East Africa. Kenya must consistently be the epicenter of development and progress in East Africa.
Very clear in my mind that nuclear being the future technology is one of the things that you want to take away. We've had this conversation before that the future of energy and baseload generation is in nuclear and probably coal.
With Kenya actively gearing itself to take up nuclear energy, members of Parliament exuded their optimism in nuclear power, despite strong resentment over the safety and cost.
If we have nuclear power in Kenya, we'll be developing this medicine. And as we all know, cancer is one killer in our country, and seriously, we need an answer to this. And if the answer is nuclear, so be it. I think we need to go nuclear way. And I believe that even us as members of Parliament will be able to sit with the others, convince even our president that yes, time has come for us to go nuclear.
In fact, those countries which want to decommission are countries which embraced it earlier, or they're even buying it from some other countries as a source of energy to their country. And if you look carefully, you'll find that these are countries which are already developed. Kenya is not on that path. Kenya has to attain that stage of development to be able to choose on which path to go. But all said and done, it's high time that nuclear energy be embraced.
Oh, in fact, after attending the seminar or the conference that we attended today and the questions we asked, I'm convinced Kenya needs to go to nuclear. Yes. So if we want to create employment, as the president suggested many times, the only way we can create employment in Kenya is to have a nuclear energy in our country.
And we want to be at the forefront in being the first country in East Africa that is generating power through nuclear.
Well, the 10th Atomic Energy Expo happening here in Sochi in Russia comes at a time when a number of African countries are trying to scale up their power production. And one of the technologies that is on showcase in this particular expo is nuclear energy. Kenya is looking towards going the nuclear way. Nuclear power has been deemed sustainable and cheaper compared to other forms of energy. Among countries that have adopted nuclear energy are South Africa, which has 2 nuclear power plants, with Egypt and Ghana almost getting to the construction phases.
We are in negotiation with the International Atomic Energy Agency on how they can help us to build the infrastructure towards the research reactor. We, some time back, tried to talk to Texas A&M University to acquire a research reactor, but we didn't get enough funding. We are trying to talk to Rosatom and the Republic of Korea, depending on the MOUs that we've signed, if we can have a partnership where we can get a 20-megawatt research reactor. And what we have in mind is that we don't want that research reactor to be owned by a particular university. We want to put it in a neutral place so that all these universities can use that particular research reactor. And then we also use it for the production of isotopes, and that money can be used for the maintenance of that research reactor. We are working on that.
Kenya, through the state agency Nuclear Electricity Board, is targeting to install 4,000 megawatts of nuclear energy by 2027. So far, the country has received approval by the world regulatory body, the International Atomic Energy Agency. Abia Gina, KTN Business in Russia. Well, interesting times for Africa as a number of countries are considering to go nuclear. Will Kenya also walk that path like Ghana and South Africa? Well, it is on the government side now.